Welcome, everyone. Today, we're jumping right into a visual explainer of an absolutely incredible 48-hour escape. We're talking about treating the familiar, sun-soaked Turkish coast for a journey into the magical, almost extraterrestrial heart of Turkey, Cappadocia. This isn't just a simple weekend trip, you guys. It's a meticulously structured adventure designed to pack a literal lifetime of memories into just 2 days. We're going to break down exactly how this journey flows, from the very minute you get picked up to the second you return. Okay, let's dive straight into this. You know how it is, right? It's so incredibly easy to just fall into that routine of lazy beach days and lounging by the hotel pool when you're on the coast. But what if you could step into a landscape that looks like it belongs on an entirely different planet? That's the call to adventure we're exploring today. Now, sure, it requires a bit of an early start, but believe me, the payoff is absolutely monumental. I mean, think about stepping into a grand panorama like a scene from a fantasy movie. This is the grand stage we're setting for our adventure. We're talking about centuries of intense volcanic activity and wind erosion that have carved out these surreal, sweeping valleys and massive stone formations. It's a place where ancient civilizations actually carved their entire lives, their homes and churches, directly into the rock. This is our destination. But to get there, we've got a very specific, expertly timed journey ahead of us. So how exactly do we get there? Let's quickly run through the logistics of this morning journey because, well, preparation is key. After you're collected from your specific hotels in Alanya or Mahmutlar, everyone gathers at a main meeting point, a petrol station in Kızılaj. From there, the real road trip kicks off. For about an hour and 45 minutes, you get this stunning, scenic drive winding straight through the majestic Taurus Mountains. We'll be taking 2 rest stops along the way, including a main 40 to 45-minute break where you can grab a hot coffee, buy some breakfast, or just eat whatever packed meal you brought from the hotel. With your dedicated guide feeding you all this fascinating historical info along the way, we're looking at a total travel time of about 4 hours before we cross the threshold into our first historical marvel. And boom, 4 hours later, we are officially in Cappadocia. Our very first major stop takes us completely off the surface. We descend directly into the earth to explore these ancient, labyrinth-like underground cities and hidden churches. Early inhabitants literally carved these massive, multi-level complexes deep underground just to protect themselves from invaders. Walking through these narrow, cool stone corridors, you get a real, visceral sense of history coming alive. It's a totally immersive, physical experience that perfectly sets the tone for the rest of the day. Now, after surfacing from that underground city, you will have definitely built up an appetite. So around 1:30 to 3 p.m., there's a stop at a really lovely, clean spot for an open buffet lunch. Though, do keep in mind your drinks here are extra. Fueled up and ready to go, the action really ramps up. We transition into trekking through some absolutely unbelievable geography. The itinerary takes you right through the sweeping landscapes of Love Valley, those breathtaking overlooks at Göreme Panorama, the towering heights of Uçhisar Castle, and finally, the stunning Pigeon Valley. And this brilliantly illustrates exactly what makes this region so famous. During those valley treks, you come face to face with the iconic fairy chimneys. These unique, almost mushroom-like shapes are the result of softer rock eroding away way faster than the hard basalt capstones sitting on top. Being able to just walk right up to them, touch the ancient stone, and see actual doors and windows carved right into their sides, it is simply remarkable. Okay, so after a full day of trekking and literal time travel, the evening brings a profound, much-needed sense of relaxation. Sometime between 5 p.m. and 7 p.m., you arrive and check into your accommodation. But you guys, this is not your standard run-of-the-mill hotel. You are checking into a magnificent cave hotel, beautifully blending modern comforts directly into the region's ancient geology. Let's break down exactly what your evening looks like here, because the hotel setup is honestly fantastic. Your stay comes with some great included perks, a delicious dinner served from 7 to 9 p.m., completely free and passwordless Wi-Fi, which is an absolute lifesaver for uploading all those valley photos, and complimentary water right in your minibar. Now, if you want to keep the adrenaline going, your guide can organize some truly spectacular optional excursions for you. We're talking a gorgeous sunset viewing in the Red Valley with local Cappadocia wine, a magical sunset horseback riding tour, or even a super immersive traditional Turkish night. The whole evening is yours to customize. Right, let's move on to day 2 and see how this all builds to the grand climax. Listen, this is exactly why you set your alarm on vacation. Waking up early in your cave hotel, you step outside just as the dawn breaks, and the sky slowly begins to fill with this soft, gorgeous light. It is an awe-inspiring, tranquil moment that perfectly prepares you for the absolute highlight of the entire trip. Because this morning is literally all about the balloons, and there are 3 incredible optional ways your guide can arrange for you to experience this. Option 1, you can actually take flight and soar in a hot air balloon yourself. Option 2, if you'd rather stay on the ground but still want an adrenaline rush, you can chase the balloons via an off-road Jeep safari. Or option 3, you just take the bus to the designated panoramic viewing areas to comfortably watch the whole spectacle unfold from the perfect vantage point. If you do decide to actually take flight, the sheer wonder of the experience is hard to even put into words. You are gently soaring directly above the very fairy chimneys we were hiking through just the day before. The scale of the landscape completely shifts when you're floating quietly in the morning air, watching the sunrise slowly illuminate the valleys way down below. But honestly, whether you're up high in the basket or standing at a panoramic viewpoint, these sweeping vistas of the White Valleys are spectacular. The morning light dances across the ridges, and those unique rock pillars casting these long, dramatic shadows that make the entire landscape look like a painting. It's a visually stunning, unforgettable morning. This view right here perfectly encapsulates the entire Cappadocia phenomenon. This is the ultimate visual peak of our explainer, a truly bucket list moment where hundreds of colorful balloons dot the dawn sky all at once. It's like this massive synchronized dance of fire and air hovering over an ancient rocky world. Okay, so you've seen the sunrise of a lifetime. Now what? We shift into the return phase of our journey, but we are definitely not done exploring yet. Everyone heads back to the hotel for a hearty breakfast between 6:50 and 8 a.m., followed immediately by checkout. Then we hit a few more fantastic spots: the completely surreal rock formations of Deverant Valley, also known as Imagination Valley, then a really fascinating look at local craftsmanship at the Sultanite Onyx factory, and a super fun stop at a local shop for traditional nuts, Turkish sweets, and coffee. Finally, we bid farewell and depart the Nevşehir region. We'll take a quick rest stop on the road, maybe at a historic caravanserai or a petrol station, before heading straight toward a very special culinary destination. Because the journey back includes a major cultural food stop in the city of Konya. Now, the absolute crucial point here is that this is not an open buffet. This is a proper, seated dive into authentic traditional Turkish cuisine. You are served a delicious spread of local mezes, appetizers, and warm soup, followed by the main event: Konya's insanely famous, mouth-watering etli ekmek, which is this incredible long, thin, meat-topped flatbread, alongside delicious kebabs, with your water totally included at the table. Once we're full, we make one final rest stop at Seydişehir for a quick bathroom break and to take in the panoramic views of the Taurus Mountains one last time before we descend back to the coast. Now, quick pause for a super important pro tip regarding this specific journey. The schedule is expertly crafted, and while the exact timing or order of stops might flex slightly depending on your guide and the day's conditions, and hey, bonus locations might even be added, rest assured no planned locations will ever be skipped. There is, however, a very strict rule you must follow. Absolutely no outside activities are permitted. For your own safety and to ensure all travel insurance remains totally valid, every single extra excursion, morning or night, must be arranged exclusively through your dedicated guide. They are going to give you all the A to Z information during the tour, so just sit back, let them handle the logistics, and enjoy the ride. So, wrapping it all up, as the sun sets on our second day, the tour brings you back to the initial Kızılağaç meeting point around 6:30 to 8 p.m. From there, you're dropped right back at your specific hotels in the Mahmutlar and Alanya region between 7 and 9 p.m. You arrive right back where you started, but you bring with you a camera completely full of balloon-filled skies, the taste of traditional Konya cuisine, and memories of ancient underground worlds. The only question left is, how soon can you pack your bags and experience this magical 48-hour transformation for yourself?